Okay, first and foremost, I would like to acknowledge the presence of my assessor, Ma'am and Sir. Welcome to TESDA PTC and welcome to this training-based competency. By the way, I am Charlene Rosell, a registered trainer for bread and pastry production in C2. And today I will be conducting my facilitating learning session. So as part of my preparation, I have prepared the tools and facilities that I will be using for today's session. So I have here the TV and the laptop. For my PowerPoint presentation, I've also prepared and posted the progress chart and the achievement chart as well as the trainees activity matrix for them to be guided for our activity. Aside from that, I've also posted the tag outs and signages. We have here the entrance, the exit, the medicine cabinet, and the fire extinguisher. And aside from those, I've also prepared a different kind of tools for me to be able to identify my trainees or my learners. So I have the attendance sheet, the data gathering tool, the pre-test, the task sheet, as well as the written test that will complete the assessment of this qualification. So I am now ready to conduct my facilitating learning session. So I would like to welcome my trainees. Trainees. Okay, good day, trainees. I am Charlene Lucel, your trainer for this qualification, Bread and Pastry Production NC2. And I would like you to welcome in this institution and test the PTC. And thank you for choosing this institution for this qualification. And I will assure you that you are going to get the knowledge and skills that is required for this qualification. Okay? So, before anything else, let us have first the attendance. Kindly affix your name right beside your name. Okay, done. Thank you. So, I have here with me the data gathering tool. So, this will help me identify what kind of learner you are. And also, it will help me identify my teaching strategy as we go along this training. So, you have 5 minutes to answer this. Are you done? Okay, thank you. I also have here my self-assessment check. This will help me identify your prior knowledge and so as your current competency related to this qualification. So you also have 5 minutes to answer this. Are you done? Okay, thank you. So aside from those, I also have here the pre-test. This is a 30 items pre-test, a multiple choice, and this will help me identify if you have already a background regarding to our qualification. So I will give you 10 minutes to do this. Okay, are you done?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So class, give me a minute to check your paper. And when I call your name, kindly proceed to a distant learning area. Ms. Tubalias, kindly proceed to distant learning area. Distance. So, Ms. Tubalias, based on your pretest as well as to the data that you have been submitted, you already have a background to this qualification. It was stated here that you have worked in the bakery industry, am I right? So, do you have any proof or evidence that will support this claim?
Yes, ma'am.
So, I'm glad that you have bring with you your certificate of employment. So, this will reflect in the activity matrix. So, you may now take your seat. Miss Ivy, kindly proceed to distance learning area. So, Miss Ivy, based on the pretest and the data that you have been submitted, you don't have yet a background regarding to this qualification, but it is okay because I will assure you that you will be able to get the knowledge and skills to this qualification, okay? So, you may go back now to your seat. So, let us have first a brief orientation regarding to our qualification. So again, class, you are enrolled in a bread and pastry production in C2. And in this qualification, you will be having a 141 hours of training. So, and again, I am your trainee. So, what is BPP or bread and pastry production in C2? So, in this qualification, you'll be able to know what are the skills needed in bakery industry, and you will be able to know different kind of activities related to this qualification, okay? So in this qualification, we will be encountering in this qualification, there are three competencies. We have the basic, the common, and the core. For the basic, there are 9 unit of competencies. For the common, there are 5 unit of competencies. And for the core, there are 5 unit of competencies. And these are prepare and produce bakery product, prepare and produce pastry product, prepare and present gateau, torts, and cakes, prepare and display petit fours, and present desserts. So these are the unit of competencies that you need to attain at the end of this qualification, okay? So now, let's move on to CBT, or competency-based training. So CBT is a training delivery approach that focuses on the competency development for the learners as the result of the training. And there are 10 principles regarding to this CBT. The first one is the training is based on the curriculum developed from the competency standard. So in this qualification, it is based on the tourism sector, since the standard of tourism sector, since our qualification is in line with this. Next, learning is competency-based or a modular structure. Number 3, training delivery is individualized and self-paced, meaning you are responsible for your own learning. 4, training is based on a work that must be performed. 5, training materials are directly related to the competency standards and the curriculum. 6, assessment of the learners is based on the collection of the evidences of work performance based on the industry or organizational required standards, meaning that all of your performances here will be rated, okay? Number 7, training is based on and off the job components. 8, the system allows recognition of the prior learning. That is why, while ago, I have asked your prior knowledge about this qualification. 9, the system allows for the learners to enter an exact program at the different times and levels and to receive an award for competences attained at any point. And the last one, approved training programs are nationally accredited. So, I, as your trainer, has a rule, and my rule is to facilitate and to guide you throughout this throughout our training. And of course, you as a trainee, you also have your rule. So it is your responsibility, as I said a while ago, it is your responsibility for your own learning. So now, let us have the 9 components of competency-based facilities. We have here the practical work area. So the practical work area, it is where you're going to get the knowledge and skills required for this qualification. So we also have the institutional assessment area. The institutional assessment area, this is where the recognition of the prior learning is done by the trainer. The contextual learning area, laboratory, this is facility ensures that the underpinning knowledge, science, mathematics, and communication principles are applied to the technology and provided to the trainers. The quality control area, this is where all of your output will be assessed. Then, we also have the Trainers Resource Center. This area houses the learning materials and the training regulations and the curriculum exemplar. The distant learning area, this is where you're going to get the instruction on and off day workshop. The support service area, this is an area that provides a value-adding competencies. And the last but not the least, the computer laboratory wherein all of your technology-related activities will be done. Okay? So now, let's come forward to CBLM, or the competency-based learning materials. So this is simply a well-designed and carefully developed learning materials that give trainees detailed instruction to guide them through the learning process. So there are parts of the CBLM. First, we have the preliminary pages. In preliminary pages, there are front page, trainees guide on how to use the module, list of competences, competency summary, learning outcome summary, and learning experiences. For the second part, we have the instruction sheet. So we have here the information sheet, the self-check, the task sheet, the operation sheet, the job sheet, as well as the performance criteria checklist. So for your evaluation, for the evaluation system, we have here the progress chart, the achievement chart, and the performance criteria checklist wherein all of your performances will be recorded. Okay? So, this is this is the flow of the CBT. Then all of those things that I have tell you must be bear in your mind. So, do you have any questions or clarifications? Okay, no more. So, since none, let us now come to the proper training. So, Miss Tubalias, kindly proceed to a computer laboratory. Okay, Miss Tubalias, kindly watch a video related to a making of soft roll bread, and this will help you hasten your idea about our qualification. I'll be back for a moment, okay? And Miss Puriscal, kindly proceed to a learning resource area. Okay, Miss Puriscal, kindly read information sheet 1.1-5 and please answer the activity sheet and compare your answer to the answer key after a while. Okay, I'll be back after 10 minutes. Miss Tubalias, are you done? Okay, you may now take your seat. Miss Puriscal, are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let us now proceed to a computer laboratory. Miss Puriscal, kindly watch a video related to making of soft roll bread. I'll give you 10 minutes to... Okay, Miss Puriscal, are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, kindly take your seat. Okay, now trainee, let us proceed to a practical work area. Okay, trainee, this is our practical work area. As you can see, I've already prepared the tools and equipment that we will be using in our demonstration. So today we will be making a soft roll bread. So before anything else, I will be the one to show you or to demonstrate you the process of making the soft roll bread, and you will just observe me because later on you will be the one to do this. Okay, the first thing that you need to do is to wear your PPE. So we have here the apron and the hairnet. You can also use the gloves. But in my case, I don't like using gloves. But I make sure that before having my demonstration, I sanitize my hands properly. Okay? The PPE is very essential for us to avoid food contamination since we are handling a food. Okay? After that, we need to sanitize our workshop. Okay, after sanitizing, we need to prepare the ingredients. So the ingredients that we will be using, we will have a 1 tablespoon of dry yeast, 1 cup of water at room temperature, 1/2 cup of white sugar, 1 piece of whole egg, 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 cup of powdered milk, and 1/2 tablespoon of salt. So, since the ingredients are all prepared, let us now proceed in making the soft bread. So we will use a straight dough methods, or we will combine all the ingredients all at once. But we need to have first all the dry ingredients. So we need to sift first the dry ingredients to make sure that there is no clumps. Then after that, the liquid ingredients. Then we need to mix them all well. So in mixing, we can use a whisk or we can use our hand, but make sure that our hand is very clean. So, and if it is already mixed, we can put it in a table for kneading. So before putting it on the table, make sure that you grease the table to avoid stickiness. Then we will put the dough. So in kneading, you need to make sure that you will put a force so that the gluten of your dough will be developed. So you can use a rhythm. So in my case, I am using an X rhythm. Well, and I can fold, then stretch, fold, and stretch. So you need to make sure that the temperature of your dough is getting increased to develop the gluten. Then when are you going to stop? You will going to stop when your dough is already soft and sticky. Okay? Then after that, you will get a bowl, then grease it with the butter for the fermentation. So you need to place the dough in a bowl, then cover it with a clean cloth or a plastic cellophane, and you will have now your first fermentation. Your first fermentation will last for 60 to 90 minutes, okay? And after that, when it is already time, you will now punch your dough to release the air. Then after punching, you will going to knead it again for a few minutes. Then you will cut it based on your desired size. So the standard size would be a 50 gram. So you will cut it into 50 gram. So this is the weighing scale. Then after that, uh, you need to shape it into a circle or a bowl-like. Then grease a pan. Then you will going to put your circle dough. Then for the second fermentation, you will be having a 25 to 30 minutes. So while waiting for the fermentation, you will now have your oven to be preheat. Okay? Preheating is very important to evenly distribute the temperature of your oven and to kill the bacteria of the oven or the inside the oven. So in preheating, you will need to have 190 to 195 degree, okay? Then, if your bread is ready to cook, then you need to put a egg wash for the brownness, to develop brownness of your bread, okay? Then, it is now time for you to cook your bread. Put it in the oven with 90 to 95 degrees Celsius of heat and cook it for 15 to 25 minutes. Okay? Make sure that you always check your bread. And after that, you can cool it down. Okay? Did you get my instruction? Okay, you can now practice, and I will just observe you, but I will not rate. I will not rate you yet. Okay, you can wear your PPE and do your practice. Are you done? Okay, I think you are now ready for your demonstration. I'll give you 2.5 hours. I will observe you based on and rate you based on the performance criteria. Okay? Are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you may now proceed to your seats. As I call your name, kindly proceed to a distant learning area. Ms. Tubalias. Okay, Ms. Tubalias, based on your performance, you did well. But the only thing is that the uniformity of your bread is not uniform. The other are big, the other are small. So you need to make sure that all of your bread are uniform in size. Okay, but all in all, you did well. Okay, you may now take your seat. Ms. Puriskal. Ms. Puriskal, based on your performance, you're able to make a soft roll bread. However, it seems that your dough did not rise at all. So, and you overcook your bread. So, I want you to redemo. Is it okay for you?
Yes.
Okay, so we will proceed now to a practical area for your redemo. But don't worry because I will reteach you again. Okay, I will do it first. And then, okay, it is now your turn. I will give you 2.5 hours. Okay, are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you may now proceed to your seat. Okay, I am glad that you're able to do the required activity regarding to this unit of competency, and I will record this to your achievement chart as well as to your activity matrix. Okay? So tomorrow, we will be having your institutional assessment. Okay? Okay. Okay, good morning. So are you now ready for your institutional assessment? Okay, your institutional assessment is composed of three. We have the the written, for me to know your underpinning knowledge about this unit of competency. We also have the demonstration for the underpinning skill of this competency, and we also have the oral questioning. So for your written test, I have prepared here a 60-item test, and you have 1 hour to answer this. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You may now proceed to a practical work area for your demonstration. I'll give you you have 2.5 hours to do the task. Okay, are you done?
Yes.
Okay, you may now proceed to your seats. And please proceed to a distant learning area for your oral questioning. So, Miss Puriskal, why should we follow the correct measurement of ingredients?
We should follow the correct measurement of ingredients for us to have a good finished product.
What if there is a fire accident in the kitchen?
Don't panic and immediately call for our help. Use the fire extinguisher to stop the spread of fire.
Okay, you may now take your seat. Miss Tubalias, it is your turn. Okay, Miss Tubalias, why do we need to familiarize the different ingredients needed in preparing a baking product such as soft rolled bread?
We need to familiarize the different ingredients needed in baking for us to understand the function.
What if we encounter the equipment trouble?
If we encounter the equipment trouble, we have to ask assistance from the trainer and call technicians if needed.
Okay, thank you. You may now take your seat. So, class, you successfully done the activities that are related for this unit of competency, and congratulations for having this all. So you are now able to proceed for the next unit of competency. So I have here the achievement certificate. Congratulations. But before that, you will have first a post test. This will help me determine if how really far you learned from this qualification. You have 10 minutes to do that. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, I also have here the evaluation form for you to rate me as your trainer. Feel free and be honest for that, okay? Okay, thank you. So that's all for today, and you can have your lunch now.
Okay, ma'am.
That's all for my presentation.